And still with us in the studio, all of a sudden reminiscing back to 1975 when he was the liaison officer
For Muhammad Ali.
For the Thriller in Manila. Your thoughts, Ronnie, on how you, I mean, people are already comparing this fight. They haven't even rung the first bell.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just the names, Ali and Frazier. It was also the quality of that fight.
Yeah, that was a fantastic fight. That was a fantastic fight, big build-up. But of course, like Bob Arum mentioned, there were no technological advances that we enjoy today. So it makes a very big difference.
Yeah.
Like even during Elordi's time, when he won the world title, you know, you just had a camera shooting for the theaters.
Yeah.
So things have changed dramatically. And that's why the publicity for this fight is enormous. But there was a great publicity also for the Frazier-Ali fight. And subsequent documentaries on that fight, the Thriller in Manila.
Right.
And even now, when George Araneta goes to the States, and people know that he's from the Araneta, he owns the Araneta.
When they see his name.
They see his name, right away they say, the Thriller in Manila. So nobody's going to forget that.
Well, I remember seeing one of those documentaries, and I remember seeing the little monkey.
Yeah.
That Ali would
little gorilla.
The toy gorilla, right?
Right.
That he used to mock his opponent. And I mean, can you imagine if there was the internet then, and then all this live television rolling? How much bigger that fight could have been?
Yeah, that fight could have been. It was big enough in its time. It was the biggest thing in its time. And you know, so many journalists, the top journalists from the United States came here. Some personalities like Hugh O'Brien, I recall very clearly, was here. So it was really big at that time. And when President Marcos brought that fight here, wanted that fight, obviously achieve what he wanted to achieve and show the world what the Philippines was like.
You think that it really put the Philippines on the sporting map of the world? Because even up to now, like, even for UFC, they're saying that they're having a big event here, and then Dana White, the head of UFC, is saying it's going to be Thriller Manila too. He's already referencing to that.
Yes.
Is it still that big?
In the memory of many, it's still that big. You cannot erase that in any way, no matter who put it together and how it was done. But that's where I first met Bob Arum, by the way. Wow. Because, you know, and Herbert Mohammed and Don King. So it's been quite a memorable journey for us.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of journey, putting this fight together has been quite a journey. I remember the moment that right after Manny won his last fight, right away we always talk about who's the next opponent, and you said it has to be Floyd Mayweather, nobody else. But it was going to be really difficult to be done. Before that, so they say, the chance meeting in the Miami Heat basketball game, what were you feeling already at that time when things were just seemed to be stalling and going nowhere?
Well, the main stumbling block from Mayweather's point of view was Bob Arum.
Okay.
He didn't want to deal with Bob Arum because they've had some animosity through the years. Although Mayweather was handled by Bob Arum, and he put some great fights together for Floyd Mayweather Jr. But I think we need to give Floyd Mayweather credit for this fight happening, because that was not a chance meeting. When Floyd Mayweather learned that Manny Pacquiao would be at the Heat game, he took a flight to Miami and sat at ringside, at courtside, and then made a signal that he'll see Manny in 2 minutes, walked across, and
with 10 bodyguards,
and talked to him at halftime, and then decided to call him later and meet in the hotel room. So I think that was the turning point in making this fight happen. And for what it's worth, you have to give Mayweather credit for going out of his way to talk to Manny and get this fight done.
How rare is it that you have actually the fighters getting the fight done? I mean, normally that's why they're promoters. That's the job of the promoters.
Exactly. But if you have problems with one promoter from Mayweather's point of view, then you get the fighters together. Once two fighters decide we want this fight, there's nothing very much a promoter
Is that what it took? You think it was Manny who said, Bob, these are Mayweather's demands. I want this fight. Let's make it happen.
I guess so. I guess so. And Bob, at the age of 83, he's probably a reasonable man. You know.
All right. Well, we've been hearing different stories about how we know the split is what it is, 60-40. But behind the scenes, what is happening else? I mean, is Mayweather running the show? We're hearing talks about he wants top billing everywhere we go, everywhere he goes.
Exactly.
How is it like from what you've understand what's happening behind the scenes?
For one thing, he's got hold of all the tickets.
Okay.
And Manny has got only 100 tickets.
What?
Only 100.
100
Normally,
out of the...
yes, normally
many
Manny would
thousand?
want a lot of tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, Mayweather is a real good businessman.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets all the tickets and he probably sells it at a high price.
Okay.
To one of his friends.
Okay.
Because scalping, for instance, is not illegal in Las Vegas.
It's not illegal.
So I understand he's got some friends who are into this, so he's going to make additional money too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this guy's successful financially.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart.
Well, it's in his name. He calls himself money.
Yeah, right.
Money too.
Right.
Beyond that, okay, there's been issues already as trading camp had started, and the allegations have been sent out by Freddie Roach. He said that some of the fighters that he wants to spar with Manny allegedly were being offered money by Floyd's camp to just not show up. What have you learned about this, and if so true, what are your thoughts about this? Is this something that's, well, obviously unethical, but is it illegal? Should somebody do something to stop it?
It's not illegal.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly is unethical.
Mm-hmm.
But one must take these things with a grain of salt,
Mm-hmm.
because this is part of the psychological build-up, the warfare that goes on before a fight. Freddie is really good at that.
Okay.
I mean, he can get under your skin.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, so Manny said he doesn't bother him.
Okay.
It doesn't bother him at all. So that's part of the psychological warfare.
Mm-hmm.
And then the story that came out that Mayweather knocked out his opponent in his first week of training,
Mm-hmm.
sparring. Now, the question I have in my mind, you're sparring, you're training the first week and you're sparring already?
So you doubt the story altogether? Because normally sparring does not happen this early.
Yes, I doubt the story, and because there's no name of who the guy he knocked out was.
Yeah.
All we have is he knocked somebody out with a body shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know.
Could be the guy holding the mitts. That's his dad, though.
No, the guy who holds the meat is his uncle.
His uncle. Okay.
Yeah,
his uncle,
right.
his
So,
dad. Okay.
I mean, you know, you got to take these things again. You got to see through the facade of trying to psych each other out. Yeah.
Well, we will be hearing more of those things later on in the press conference. We're minutes away from the historic one and only press conference for this huge Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. We're taking a short break, and his coverage of the Mayweather-Pacquiao press conference will continue after some reminders.